Well, here we are, final day of 2024. It's been another whopper of a year. The last few weeks of every year are a time when people share the highlights, their favorite moments they had with friends or family or partners, whatever, and I think that is really important. It's important to be grateful for the great times we have. But for me, the most important thing that's happened this year is my ability to deal with failure. This year marked another year where I had the opportunity to spend lots of time in two countries that I absolutely love. I was able to dive deeper into their culture, their food, the landscape, the people, really just continue to live the life I've loved living throughout my entire 20s. But I failed to set myself up any sort of online business through my content creation. The goal was to make any kind of money, even 1 cent from maybe YouTube AdSense, but in fact, I actually went backwards. I spent probably the equivalent of, a small house deposit over the last 2 years. And you might think, well, that is a luxury. You'd be correct, but the goal was not to spend all that and to hopefully be able to sustain myself in the lifestyle I love to live. Reality is, I failed to do that. I decided to run my first ever marathon, and most people would say that's an excellent achievement, you finished it, and that is totally true. But also the reality is I missed my goal of 4 hours and 30 minutes by quite a lot. There goes my goal. And so it is still a failure. I was meant to make 52 YouTube videos in 2024, one every single week. This is, I think, my 34th. So I missed that by quite a large margin. Definitely a failure. I made a video for a client that they absolutely loved, but then followed that up with a video they absolutely hated. Big time fail. The main mental shift that's taken place for me this year, though, is asking why. Why wasn't I able to set myself up and make money online as a content creator? Well, probably the same reason I didn't complete the 52 videos. There was no direction. I didn't have nearly enough intention in the things I was creating. I think I actually made a video on intention. That didn't actually happen. Why did that video flop for that client? Well, I clearly didn't put nearly enough planning to understand what they needed. And the marathon. Why was I unable to hit my target time of 4 hours and 30 minutes? It's pretty simple. I didn't put in nearly the amount of training hours and runs I needed to beforehand. Being completely honest with myself about why I failed is a big shift from just chalking it up to me being shit at whatever it is I was doing. People say to learn from your failures, learn from your mistakes. And that's all good, and it sounds great in theory, but the one thing that very rarely gets mentioned is actually how to learn from your failures. For me, that's just doing a deep dive on why. Even if you had the best year of your life, actually probably especially if you had the best year of your life, ask yourself why. What did you do? What were your habits? How did you make the things you wanted to do come to fruition? It's equally as important to ask why for all of those amazing moments and those achievements as it is for all the failures. So whether you had a good year, bad year, shit year, amazing year, it doesn't matter. It's finished. After today, you get a fresh start. Make 2025 one of the years you can be proud of. Take it easy. Peace.